Hello Cancer, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So I am here to do a read, and this will be for you and that other person series. These are my bi-weeklies. It's all about love, right? And this will be for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus signs. If you're not sure what those signs are, please check my description box below. You'll be able to click a link. It'll, plug in your birth data. It'll pop out your birth chart, and then you can check out those other signs in your birth chart and those other videos that I put out as it relates to that. And you can see how they resonate with you. So just a little hint that might help. You might get some gems out of that, all right? So that being said, this will run from May, we're going to do this from May 20th to the 31st, okay? May 20th through the 31st. I'm getting these out a little bit later because I am traveling. So thanks so much and appreciate your patience. And I'm looking forward to doing this for you. So let's see what wants to come out. Now, if you'd like a personal read, then go to theguidedintuitive.com. There's a link below my description box. We can actually get you set up pretty fast, actually, within the next, like 4 days or so. So just do keep that in mind. What else you need to know? This is a general read. It's not going to hit for everyone. Messages that I might be talking about can be reversed, okay? You might take a message from one side that might resonate with you, and maybe also on the other side. So you're going to know best how it hits you, in terms of resonating. So just note that. And if it doesn't, just save it for a cross watcher or another Cancer, okay? And it's on a different level of their journey, right? So let's go ahead and see what's coming out. We're going to freestyle this a little bit using my fave cards, which is the RUMI cards. So let's see what wants to come out for you, Cancer. Okay. Ooh, how nice. We get commitment right out of the gate here for you. Very, very nice. So, obviously there is probably on the line here, there might be some sort of commitment. Now, this could be not only a commitment with you and another person, you in a certain situation, but it also can be a commitment to yourself. If there's something that you are standing by in terms of yourself, a commitment to standing by what it is that you want, whether it's in a relationship, a situationship, whatever that is. Now, keep in mind too, is that other person, I do want to be clear that might be a spouse, it might be a significant other, it could be a current boyfriend or girlfriend or someone that you're interested in, even a friend or family member. So I do want to make note of that, okay? So commitment right out of the gate. Now, there is a little bit, it's something that's energizing to you. So whatever this commitment in, it's incredibly energizing, okay? It's actually something that is very passionate for you, because you can see a lot of the orange in there, and that is a feeling of confidence. It's a feeling of well-being. So whatever this commitment is, it brings confidence, it brings well-being if you uphold that, okay? It's also read, of course, that it is about passion that stimulates the body. It actually strengthens, the body as well. And it's actually something that you're very, very excited about. It might have to do with the heart, as well too. But commitment is a 31 card, and that equates, reduces to a 4. The 4s are about stability. So there's something that you're committing to that brings you the stability in this situation, in this relationship. Maybe it's, even for yourself as well, right? So that's what comes into play, and that's what I'm seeing. Now, this is what I'm going to be focusing on this side, which is going to be mostly, this is going to be for you, and then I'm going to talk about the other person on the other side. But that's what's coming into play, and that's what I see here. So do keep that in mind. If there is something that you would like to have clarity on, and you're looking for that certainty, maybe you've been doubting yourself in some way, shape, or form. This is just here to let you know, don't doubt. The universe is kind of working with you, in concert with you in here, and you're actually being led into the purpose of your life, into the progression of your life, in the way that's going to be best for you, okay? So you're being led, led in the way that's going to work out best for you. And just keep in mind that, you know, life is not always just a approach that is a straight line, right? It can be a circular motion. It could be kind of going the back way to kind of get to where you need to go to, then maybe something that would make a lot more sense for the mind and moving straight forward. So you need to be aware of that in terms of perspective as it pertains to this situation. Okay, so that's what's coming into play for me there. Okay, what else? You get the 1. Okay, it's a 6 card. It's titled 1, right? Okay, it's titled 1. And what's interesting about this is that when I see this, it tells me that this is about growth. Now, it could be a relationship coming together as one, okay? That very much well could be, okay? It's almost as if that could be that very same thing. And it's almost like that 2 people are having a shared vision of light, and they're basing their foundation on light, you know, so there might be some sort of, and I'm sorry for the glare, guys, it could be some sort of spiritual connection in some way, shape, or form. It could be that, but that's what's coming into play. So this is quite beautiful. The blue is about communication, so that's the throat chakra, and that's talking to me about the calmness. This deep blue stimulates that pituitary gland, and it also is, it actually lowers your blood pressure, and it calms the nervous system. So whatever it is that you're working on, there's some sort of becoming one that is calming your nervous system, but is also bringing beautiful light. This yellow talks about, you know, that this is about expressing and encouraging your inner power. And it's also about strengthening yourself, strengthening you and that other person, strengthening a commitment, strengthening a relationship, strengthening yourself as one, perhaps, in this relationship or in this situation. So note your comments below. Let's see what else wants to come out for you here as well, okay? Hand of Fatima. This has been a popular card this last 2 weeks. A couple other signs got this, so do be sure to check out your moon, rising, and your Venus signs, because the universe has got a hand in this. And I don't know if you can see this, but you can see the hand right there, and you can see the person here below that's actually reaching out to the universe. And I almost want to, it's almost as if to me that, you know, obviously, yes, the universe has a hand in this with you, and you're co-creating with the universe, which is so quite beautiful. And it's almost as if, too, that you're giving the universe like a high five. Yes, you know, something is going a way that you wanted it to go in a current situation, you know. So, you know, whether you decide to become one together or be one on your own, it's all actually in hand by the universe. There's a divine connection here. There's a divine working in here. Now, it's also as if it's very, very swift, okay? If you are looking for assistance in this situation, ask for assistance from the divine, okay? So this is what this also is calling for you to do as well, that I see, okay? There's a lot of blue, so this talks about communication. So it's all, you know, about the throat chakra. It's moving from the darkness into the light, and that's how I see moving from the darkness into the light, knowing that you need the universe's hand in this situation, knowing that you might need assistance in this situation. And it could be, again, through communication or whatever it might be. Now, this is a 43 card. Now, the 43 card, it breaks down to a 7, right? And the 7s are all about having faith, right? It's having faith in the universe and using universe as a co-creator with you, okay? So that's what this wants to tell you. What's kind of what this wants to bring up to you as well, okay? So do keep that in mind, okay? What else do I think that you need to know? I think that's about it, okay? So I think that one thing that you do need to know about the 7 too is that the 7 is also a lucky number, and it also represents perfection in terms of what it is that you're kind of moving towards, right? It could be something like that, and it also can talk about the I don't know, it's also like, I always say that's like a lucky 7. It's also about this inner wisdom, right? It's inner wisdom in this situation, you know, diving deep into the mysticism of things, into your intuition, tapping into that, okay? So when you see 7 a lot over and over again, it's positive things are really flowing freely to you at this particular time, okay? So note your comments below, okay? Let's see what else wants to come out for you. Blessing from Zahra. Okay, very, very beautiful. What I get from here is that this is about the heart chakra. The heart is the green and the blue is the throat chakra. And what I'm getting from here is that whatever's coming from the heart and whatever's coming through the throat, and even your higher self, because this is also talking about the other chakra, which is your crown chakra too. And it's telling me, you know, also even about like even your third eye. It's almost as if you're letting go of things that thoughts of ways of doing something, or some, you know, or something that you've been doing. You're letting go of it and you're releasing it. It's almost as if you're allowing the divine to bring in a new way to do things in this situation, okay, or in this relationship. You're letting go of old thoughts, old patterns, and you're becoming a lot more translucent, a lot more transparent, and offering yourself up to the divine and the light by using your crown chakra and your third eye to gain that perspective, a different perspective, a different way of doing things. So it could be a different way of feeling, that, you know, and because it's just a different way of speaking, which is the throat chakra and the heart chakra, right? The heart is the green, again, the blue is the throat chakra. So it's like a different way of speaking, a different way of feeling that is allowing this purging to come through, that's making you almost into a lot more of a pure being, and a pure being in this relationship and in this situation, okay? And maybe that's just maybe there's communication in this relationship that's making it a lot more pure, you know, as it's moving forward. Now, it's a 39 card, and the 39 card reduces to an 11, okay? And the 11s are talking to me about, that's that master number in numerology, right? It is, you know, 1 and 1, okay? It is, you know, 2 people perhaps coming together. It is a gateway of you moving out and into something even better for yourself. But spiritually speaking, it is transformation. It is bringing yourself, getting that personal power that you need, and into a higher, more spiritual level, okay? Because that master number 11 is associated with spiritual illumination. It's your, like, your inner teacher, okay? And it resonates on a very, very high vibration. So you can see that's almost kind of what's happening here. So, you know, I think that there is some sort of spiritual connection that you're having, not only with yourself, but it could be in a situation, a love situation. So let's take a look at this other person here, okay? We've got, oh my gosh, we've got the Celestial Rose of Ma. Now, this is a 10 card, and they're going through a brand new beginning, okay? It's almost like coming out of the darkness, and then they're seeing their beautiful qualities. I don't know, it's almost like a rose, and you see these beautiful diamonds in there. There's stars, and those are just illuminating the beautiful qualities of this person coming out of this transformation, of the, you know, of whatever that they've come out with, because the 10 is all about that new beginning, right? So just know that this other person, and you might know it, you might not know, but they're also going through, you know, some sort of, you know, a kind of some sort of transformation. It's a reminder also to keep your thoughts and your emotions very, very positive, okay? Especially when you keep seeing it. It's telling you, obviously, that yes, there is a new beginning, right? And the 10s are considered lucky and celebrated by, in China as a very, very lucky card. And it is to be like a full number, right? So that's what this is, you know, that's what really is kind of coming about, which is quite interesting. So just kind of make note of that. Because 10 is a full number, it's almost as if it's like the cycle of life. Whatever goes up is going to come down. So once you reach that peak, what they're saying, it's almost as if that we get in China, how they kind of go through this is almost as if my understanding is that that the 10 is that peak number. It's you know, that it reaches a 10. It's the best that you can get, and then they go to a brand new beginning. I see it myself as being like a brand new beginning, you know, a brand new beginning in this whole process. Basically, you know, coming out of something from the dark and now being able to put a right foot forward to start all over again. So I think there's a lot of different ways that you can actually look at this. So it depends on how you look at it, you know, where you're from and how you think. But how I'm getting it here is this person is is realizing the beauty that they have in themselves. You know, because of these sparkling stars that are around this, almost, it's like this picture is kind of depicting like a rose. So let's see what else wants to come out. Okay. We've got the 8, cosmic heart. Wow. So very, very beautiful. It's almost as if someone's like expressing something to you. 8s are very resourceful. It's you know, as above as below. It's just like the tarot card and the magician, you know, that it's almost like you're using the resources that you have. And it's almost as if that what I'm getting here is that you're bringing what is in the spiritual plane and what is on the physical plane together, bringing that close to your heart and making things happen that are going to make you feel better. So if you resonate more on this side, but that's what this is saying. It's got all the colors of the chakras, bringing things into balance. But it is quite beautiful, really, really beautiful. So it's almost as if this person might be expressing themselves in some way, shape, or form to you, and maybe they hadn't before, you know. So that could be something like that, and it's also that that it's almost as if this person's destiny is right in front of them, is awaiting them, especially with this new beginning that's coming into play. That's what I think is so beautiful, okay? And it's almost as if, too, is that that there's things that you might think that you can't handle, that of the person on this side. And you might feel like that you're just kind of realizing now how deeply loved that you are, and how unnecessary almost that it is to kind of fake your way through something. This is saying it's just to move with the flow, and quite frankly to use your spirituality and follow your dream. Follow your dream. What makes your heart sing? Is it this relationship? Is it moving to that next level in the relationship? Or is this something else in you that's happening within you, that now that you've got this new beginning, there's this newfound freedom, that you're feeling like this ball of fire, and they're able to kind of help bring this to the world and light the world in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm getting from this card. Let me see what else wants to come up here. The human gift. Wow. Another 8 card. It's a 17 card that reduces to an 8. Okay. So interesting. So it's almost as if this person was kind of, you know, with it being an 8 card, it's like a material game, but it's even much more of that. It's like material abundance, career success. So maybe this other person is going through some sort of career success, and in some way, shape, or form, especially with this new beginning, maybe they're starting out that way. Interesting. I also get here that the angels are also kind of helping this person. It's like this human gift. It's like when I see this, it's almost as if that this person is feeling kind of lost and looking for some sort of spiritual guidance. And it's saying that you're going to get clarity and insight on a situation. So just take heed. This, you know, if you resonate with this side, you know, don't give up. Okay, allow yourself to know that that things can actually work out, and to really trust your perceptions, and really to see, you know, that you've got a compassionate nature in your heart. And you're going to show a peaceful way to move forward, okay? Because you might feel right now that you're truly into the darkness, but Spirit and the guidance is giving you is you got more light than you have darkness up here, and the angels are trying to remind you of that. So this is saying to take heed don't sit in the darkness, because you're being summoned to move forward, because there's more light that is available for you than darkness. So maybe it's perhaps reading of a certain, kind of mindset in some way, shape, or form. So really be kind to your heart at this time, especially if you've gone through any doubt, heartbreak, or anything like that, because, remember, your heart still beats, and it's got a lot of gifts to bring others on this new beginning that is happening here. Okay. So that's what this is happening. Okay. Something's going to, that you can count on is here for you, the divine. And you're going to get a greater sense of peace and a realization. It's safe to trust now. Okay. It's safe to surrender and move forward. Okay. So that's what it wants to let you know. There's a gift that's coming your way from the divine. And this is saying, take heed, accept this gift that's coming through that you're feeling. Okay. This new beginning too. What else for this person? Let's see what else here. Sacred union. So that might be a new beginning with a sacred union. Wow. Can you see how beautiful it is? Like two people dancing and coming together. It's like one's coming from one side and another's coming from another. And it's this, it's just this beautiful, beautiful flow. That's what's coming up. And so this is saying is that there's some sort of sacred union between two people. There's a spiritual connection, a very much a divine connection. You know what's so beautiful about that? It's a 19 card. The 9 + 1 equals a 10, new beginning. It's really shouting a new beginning that is enhanced by the 8. Okay. And what's beautiful is that the 8 in astrology is associated with Saturn. That's a planet of career, but it's also a planet of resilience. So it's saying that you've got the resilience to actually move into the light on this side. And you've got all that. You've got the strength, okay? And, it is also about karma. It is also about status. So it's almost maybe the status of a relationship is moving to a next level through a sacred union, okay? A new beginning, all of these things are really coming up here, okay? So that is really, really beautiful, okay? So nice. I'd love to see this. I'd love to see this, okay? So do keep that in mind, all right? And 8 is also, it's one of the luckiest numbers too in Chinese culture too, okay? It means fortune. 8 means fa, which is fortune in Chinese, which is quite beautiful. I'm not Chinese, but I have done a little bit of work in that. But it's also about prosperity, success, and high social status too. Okay, so bringing a partnership, a relationship, whatever, it's just kind of coming together beautifully. So let's get down to what it is that you, Cancer, would like to say to this person and what this other person would like to say to you. So here we go, okay? Here it is. There's something really important I need to say to you, and I would like you to truly listen, not react, at least for 5 minutes anyway. Okay. So there's probably something that you want to say in this relationship, okay, or in this situation here, okay, that's coming into play, and it's quite beautiful. I love it. So that's what this is letting you know, okay? So it isn't about, giving people, the lines. It's about really, optimizing the chance that your lines will be received on the other end. And particularly, this card can actually make that happen. It's quite a directive. So this is really great. There's something that you want to say to this other person, and I don't note your comments below, but I'd like to know. But that's what this is saying in terms of breaching any sort of gap or really smoothing things out a little bit, knowing where maybe each of you come from. Okay. Here's another thing that you'd want to say. I've been so focused on being heard, I didn't see how much sense you are really making. So it's so beautiful because perhaps when you say this important thing, that they actually bring something back to you that you've learned. And, and again, that's what the relationships are all about, right? It's about learning, growing, loving, and, moving forward in just such a beautiful way. So that's really beautiful. Let's see what else and what this other person would like to say to you. Okay, here it is. Talk to me like I'm someone you love. Oh, oh, that makes my heart melt. That is so great. This is so simple. So this is about stepping back and realizing how you are really treating each other. Okay. And so this person is wanting to have the conversation that is in more of a loving way. Okay. So talk to me like I'm someone you love. How beautiful. Okay. And what else would this person want to say to you? Okay, here it is. Right now, I'd do anything for you to know how much I love you. Oh, how great. Look at this. Okay. So this is what's coming up. So this person just, is wanting to know how you feel about them in some way, shape, or form by speaking with them. But I also knowing that this person is, really caring for you. And maybe they're not saying it so much. So watch very closely if you resonate on this side to this other person's actions and see if you can really see that is the case. But they're looking for you to speak to them in a very loving way. So this is so beautiful. So let's see what Cancer, anything that can help you in this process for this situation. Here it is, loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So perhaps someone out there needs to know that, okay? Know that you are never alone, okay? This is about communication. It's all that blue is all the communication of the throat chakra, right? So that's what it's talking about here. Very, very beautiful, and it is all about the throat chakra. It is about, it's about cooling and calming yourself and inspiring mental clarity. And maybe that's what's needed in this situation, to know you both are never alone. You're both independent, right? And you come together to become one. But know that regardless of whatever happens in this situation, that you are never alone. And the universe wants you to know that. What else? Okay, let's see what this is. Perseverance. I know that I can do anything that you put your mind to. So whatever you put your mind to, this is saying that you can do. The green stands for the heart chakra, and then you see kind of that purple that is talking about the crown chakra, right? And this is all about transformation on a deep level, a very spiritual color, okay? It denotes spiritual peace and awareness. So whatever it is that you want to persevere on is bringing you this calmness, is bringing you it has to do with love, loving yourself, loving in this relationship. And what else here? Health. This is saying to honor your physical body, because your physical body is what enshrines your soul. So Cancer, if you've been kind of neglecting yourself in terms of health, this is bringing that up, okay? This really wants you to focus in on that. This is also about how you speak to yourself and also how you feel about yourself. So the heart and the throat chakra colors are coming through in here. So that is very, very big. So focus on your health, because that's going to be very, very important for you here, right? It wants you to definitely pay attention to that in the process, especially when you see this color. It's like this turquoise color, right? It's like the tropical ocean. It's invigorating. It's calming, it's quite beautiful. Like turquoise symbolizes truth and aids in communication on many different levels, especially even for the Native American side. Very, very beautiful. They look to that. So, that's something to keep in mind. Maybe you need to get close to water. You need to get kind of close to the ocean, whatever it is that's going to help you. Okay. So you can even, you think of yourself, of it being in a tropical ocean. Maybe it's just by taking a relaxing bath and imagining that you're being there. So that's one way to look at it too, okay? So I hope that helps in some way, shape, or form, Cancer, and I look forward to seeing you in the month of June. And until then, namaste.